Hello, everyone. It's a happy Friday. It's a bloody Friday. I hope that you're are able to find some opportunities in the market today. My name is David Thompson, your friendly neighborhood Forex trader. And today's video is going to be a bit different. I'm going to get straight into it because it has to be quick. So I'm going to get straight into it. I usually promote the technical analysis aspect of Forex trading because that is where I am strong. That makes up a major part of my strategy, right? Being able to analyze the charts. But today we're going to just stress a little bit on the fundamental side of what affects the markets. All right. It's important to take stock of that as well. You don't let it drive your decisions when you're trading, but of course, in most instances, as with the one I'm going to share with you today, it does have major bearing on what happens in the market. So the market has been falling overnight. And you can see the heading of this article, the yen and Swiss franc gain as COVID variant dense appetite risk. Right. So what this means is that the Japanese yen and Swiss franc, right, which are two uh, uh, safe currencies, right? These are the currencies that when we have fear in the market, we find a lot of traders gravitating towards these currency pairs. All right. So we're just going to go down and browse the article briefly. Let me close this off so I don't get the ping in there. There we go. So you can see that this article I'm using, sourcing my information from investing.com, right? And one of the good things about this video is that you're going to also get, like I said, the fundamental side of it, and you're going to get to know where I get where I source my trusted and verified information. All right, so let's go down to the article. All right, from the New York Reuters. Right, and it says that I'm going to read for you. It said that news of a coronavirus variant potentially resistant to current vaccine sent investors dashing for safety of the Japanese yen and the Swiss franc on Friday, right? So this is what we have happening today. I'm still going to take a quick browse of the chart just to show you the actual price action of how it fell overnight, as we said, right? While traders continue with the article, while traders also took profits after an extended rally in the US dollar. So the US dollar, for anyone who knows, who has been following, has been bullish in recent times. And well, we had a holiday yesterday, was the Thanksgiving holiday in the United States. And apparently there was, due to the fears of this new variant of the coronavirus, this coronavirus is here with us for some time, guys. I'm a bit excited. It's the end of the week, it's the end of the trading week. So forgive me if I ramble a bit. And I said this video is meant to be short. So we continue with the article. The yen and franc gains came at the expense of the growth-sensitive Australian dollar and Norwegian crown through thinner volumes after Thursday's U.S. Thanksgiving holiday made market moves more volatile. So what this basically means is that, as I just mentioned, we had the Thanksgiving holiday yesterday in the U.S. The fear has been in the market since then, but the markets were closed because of the fact that it was a holiday. So what you had happen was an accumulation of fear, right, that caused people to come in fearfully aggressive, or aggressive in a fearful way in the markets, selling off, whether it was the cryptos or the fiat currency, selling it and hibernating across towards the Japanese yen for safety. All right. I'm going to just go a bit deeper into the article. Little is known of the variant first detected in South Africa. So it was first detected in South Africa. Scientists say it has an unusual combination of mutations that can make it able to evade immune responses and be more transmissible, right? So what they're even saying is that this new strain is so potent that even the vaccines that we currently have will not be able to keep it at bay. All right. Let me see what else is there. Let me just, it almost feels like the initial working assumption for most market participants is that this new phase of the pandemic new lockdowns and restrictions will maybe put in place, and it certainly feels like we're going to need a new vaccine as well, says Bipan Rai. I hope I pronounced the name correctly. He's a North American head of the FX strategy at CIBC Capital Markets in Toronto. All right, so this is what I was just saying about the vaccines not being able to keep this new variant at bay, and there's the fears of new lockdowns and restrictions, and people just fear that we're going to be making a few steps back in that regard at this point in time. We just had a lot of countries open back up, for business, gradually. Some took bolder leaps, all right, but there's that fear now that we could be going back in that direction. All right, so that is the article. That is the the notes that I'm going to pull from that article for you now, just to help you understand from a fundamental perspective of, as I said, why there's so much blood in the water. So now I'm going to go across to the chart, and we're going to do a quick browse of some of the. I'm going to start with crypto. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin here. I hit my my tools. Let's put this back on. You can see what's happening here with Bitcoin. The last video I did, in which I covered Bitcoin, price was a bit higher above here, and we were looking at this area as support. Right? You can see that price has broken down below that support area. That's where price currently is. Right? We're floating just around $5,400 per Bitcoin right now. But the nice thing about this setup, right? If you can see clearly, if you can't, I'll highlight it for you a bit better. We have this area here, right? And here we had resistance, right? You can see my pivot line, the pink line. You can see we have resistance. Price bounced off of this area and then it fell, right? But I'm coming across horizontally here to show you this new area here served as support, right? So we got a break above that area right here, and it served as support. Coming all the way across now to where price currently is, we can see that that is a support level, all right there around that $54,000 price mark for Bitcoin, right? And we can see that in this entire zone where we're at now is not really a bad place for Bitcoin to be, right? Because we have this trend line not too far away, right? That we can see price come down and find resistance there, test the trend line, and then, do a turnaround and continue going up. So trading is a levels game, guys, all right? It's a levels game, horizontal, vertical, that's how it is. I'm going to switch from Bitcoin now and just take a quick look at Ethereum. Well, we know that Bitcoin is the flagship for the crypto, so they're all pretty much going to look the same. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one either. We're going to see that we're still here in a nice support area, so it's nothing to worry about. The market is just being impulsive right now to some fundamentals. All right, this is all well and good. I'm going to switch now. Take a look at the Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is one of my my top cryptos that I'm looking at right now. We can see the same type of setup, the same type of look. All right, we were all the way up here when I did the last video on Shiba with this last bullish daily candle here. We can see just about a week ago. And now we broke down below this support level, this resistance support level. And where are we now? We're now down at another level. So I can do the same thing as I did with the Bitcoin, and I can show you right here again. We have this area that was resistance coming across, and the smaller time frames, you'll probably see resistance and support here as well. And now price is currently at another level of support. All right, so anything can happen from here, guys. We could still see the markets bleed a bit more. Maybe for the rest of November, I think we can see possibly see some lower lows form, but it wouldn't be anything that I would be too concerned of. let's take a look at some of the Forex pairs. We spoke about the Japanese yen, so it would be remiss of me to not take a look at some of the Japanese pairs, the Japanese yen pairs, for you to get an idea of what happened with the market. This is the Canadian Japanese yen, guys. I did a video on this recently, and I identified the descending channel that we have here. I was looking for a buy play, right? That is what I initially thought would happen. But I did also in that video highlight the possibility that we could see price fall back down and trade within the channel. We got price surpassed that. We can see we have a break below the channel. So this signifies that maybe next week we'll be looking for some more selling opportunities on the CAD JPY, as would be possibly proven by looking at some of the smaller time frames. All right, we're going to probably see a pullback to test the back end of the bottom of this channel, and then we're going to possibly see price fall a bit lower, right? But it depends on what happens in the market as far as the fear is concerned. Now, you would see I have drawn up on this chart here, guys, right? I did manage to catch a sell trade on this Canadian Japanese yen pair. You can see I have it plotted here. My entry point, my stop loss was just a negative 35 pips, and my take profit, which hit, was plus 70 pips. So I made 70 pips on this trade overnight, guys. All right, by just basically analyzing the chart and being patient and disciplined in my approach, right? So that's the Canadian Japanese yen. Let's look at the pound Japanese yen, right? The pound Japanese yen was also one of the currency pairs that was on my radar. And again, you would see that I have plotted on this chart. You will see that I have some limit set. So I also was fortunate enough to catch a trade, a sell trade on this one, right? And see my target hit. All right. So you can see the long candle there, guys. This is the daily time frame, right? Look at the length of that candle, right? Massive opportunities. The Japanese yen showing good strength, right? The fact that the pound Japanese yen is falling means that the Japanese yen is stronger than the British pound at this point in time, and that correlates with what I said before about traders reverting to the safe havens, which Japanese yen is one of the top safe havens in the markets whenever there's fear. All right, so whenever there's fears in the market, the Japanese yen gets strong, and as a result, you would see it, being dominant, to whatever is the other currency that it's paired with. Okay, guys. So fear in the markets. I'm not going to look at any more charts. I think I think the marriage of the article and what it said about what is happening with the new updates of the pandemic with this new variant and the fears that are in the market. People are worried about having to do lockdowns and make a 2 steps back. And this is where we're at. The nice thing about it is you can you can learn to look at the charts and learn some of the platforms that I use for information, and you can be able to identify these opportunities and make some extra money yourself, right? As a Forex trader, we make money in whichever direction the market goes. If things are going rosy and plum and the prices are going up, we make money buying going up, right? If things are not going so good, as is the case now, right, with all the fear in the market, we can place a sell trade and we can sell as well and make money on the way down. All right, guys. So I did not say I need to get into the practice of prefacing my videos by stating that I am not your financial advisor. Okay, the information that I share on this channel is a combination of public knowledge. For example, you see I used the investing.com site, which is a trusted site that I use, and that is publicly accessible. So it's a marriage of public information as well as my personal experience trading the markets, and the decisions or any suggestions that I make would most likely be what I would do and not as a reference or an instruction for you to buy, sell, or hold any particular cryptocurrency, crypto or fiat currency. Okay, guys. So with that said, have a wonderful weekend. I look forward to doing some more videos for you. The Forex market is it's slow around this time, close to closing off for the week. All right, except for crypto. The crypto goes into the weekend as well. I hope you got any sort of value from this video, and I look forward to doing my next video with you guys. David out. Oh, I said David out, but let me remind you, check in the description. I'm going to put some information there for you so that you can access my Patreon. Support my Patreon, guys. Whatever you pay there, you're basically just paying for me to buy a cup of coffee while I sit here and do these videos for you and create these remarkable content to help you to grow and become independent in the market. Okay, guys? So I'll put some information in the description. Check it out. Thank you for your support. David out.